Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jamie G back here again. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. What I'm going to go through is just a way that you can segment your email database a little bit more efficiently. So that way, not only are you going to be able to segment it into people that are opening versus those that aren't, also going to be able to improve your deliverability and your open rates as a result. So I use GetResponse. It is something that I do highly recommend people jump onto. I am going to leave a link below if you are interested. There's a 30-day free trial. You can have a look at some of the tools and features that they have available as part of GetResponse. I think it's one of the better ones on the market personally, but that's just me. Anyway, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jamie G. I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, and pretty much all things digital. So if that's of interest to yourself, feel free to hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out. Rightio, so we're on GetResponse now, and I'm going to assume that everyone that's watching this video is also going to be on GetResponse, or at least have a GetResponse account. Like I said, there is a link if you are interested in checking that out as well. So first things first, and now this is a client's account, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful with the details that I show here. But first of all, I'm just going to go through to the latest campaign, and I'm going to show you two ways of going about this segmentation that I'm going to take you through. Sorry, time for another coffee. Basically, one is the manual way, which is what I did in this occasion. There's also a way you can do it automatically, which means that you don't even need to be present. You basically just set it up, and as a result, you're going to get a lot better open rates from your campaign. So this is basically the exact same email here, those top two that you're seeing. And as you can see, the first one we sent out 16% open rates, nearly 3% click-through rates. Not too bad. But then I did a resend to the people that didn't open the first one, and as you can see from these ones, I got another 5.5%, which is pretty damn good, plus another nearly 1% click-through rates on that. So obviously it's worth going through this process, because end of the day, if we'd only just left it at one, and now bear in mind this is just a blog, like when blog article, so we're just saying, hey, if this is something of interest to yourself, check it out. We're not really pitching anything, but as a result, it's meant that it has increased the revenue for my client as well, which is pretty cool. So like I say, I mean, this now takes it from roughly 16% open rates to getting closer to 21% open rates for one email, essentially one email. I changed the subject line and the first couple of lines just to make sure it looked different in the actual browsers, but it is the same email that I use. So I could probably even go one step further and pretty much do this exact same thing again, and get another couple of percent out of it potentially, but I'm not going to bother in this instance. So anyway, the how-to part, let's jump into that. So first of all, you need to go to your contacts list over here on GetResponse. And this is the manual way first. I'm going to do that one, and I'll show you the automatic way to do it. Alrighty, so you select the list, and I'm going to click on that one. All right, so anyway, all the contacts in here. And what we want to do is just click on add a condition. And this condition is under contact actions. So, okay, sorry, a little caveat first. I should have put this in the front. This is after you've sent your first email out. So you've sent that out, and then perhaps you use the reuse function and you've edited the subject line and created a new email. You can then save that to drafts. And then after maybe 24 hours or whatever time frame you want, even in the same day, it depends if you're using this for, say, a product launch, then you might want to do it even after 6 hours, something like that. It really depends on how much you want to email your database. You don't want to kind of spam them, obviously, but you do want to increase those open rates as a result. So anyway, that's the caveat. So you've already sent the newsletter out to your list, and then you basically go and create the draft of the secondary one using the first one as a template if you choose to, or if you want to do a completely new one, that's fine too. And then you come over here, contacts, and then choose the actual list, contact actions, message open or message not open. So in this case, we're going to go message not opened, and then we're going to select the actual, we can either go all, and that way it's a good way of clearing out your list as well. So you can actually just segment those into a completely new list as well of people that haven't actually opened any of your newsletters. In this case, I'm just going to go with the latest one, which was newsletter, and then I'm just going to select the newsletter here. So in this case, it was just this one here, and I can actually do the same process. What do we want to do? Since never. So basically, you've got the option of when haven't they, so after what point have they not opened it? Will the system define them as having not opened the email? So I'm just going to say never. So it basically applies to since it started. And I'm just going to open that. And then it'll give another number. Now, what you want to do in this page, sorry, after you've done that, and it will segment those people out, is you want to go save as segment over here on the left-hand side. Call it whatever you will. Click on save. Okay, now what we want to do is after, and again, going on that caveat, like I said, that you have already created a draft as a follow-up. Now what you want to do is go into the email segment, sorry, the email marketing once again. And once that loads, what we would then want to do is you can basically get your draft from up here. So let's assume that I've got a draft. I've used the same email. I've written another one that I want to send. And then take the draft email there. So I'm just going to use this one as an example. I'm going to go to edit. Anyway, okay, so instead of normally we'd come in here and we'd select the actual list that we want to send it to, or a multitude of lists. In this case, what we're going to do instead is click down onto segments, and then that's our segment there, the HG. And then I'm going to hit next. It's going to load that up, hit next, and obviously go through the process of sending or scheduling as you see fit. So that's how you do it. That's the first way to do it. And the next step, I'm going to show you the automation way, which is obviously a lot easier. And I'll get to that in a moment. So now we're going to go through the automated process of setting this whole thing up. So again, the two caveats are that we have got our newsletter. This is really, really important. So if we're sending a newsletter and we want to follow up with that, what we want to do is create the newsletter first, and we want to schedule it for, I don't know, either today, tomorrow, 20 minutes from now. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you have got it on schedule. That's the main thing. Secondly, with the draft, that's absolutely fine. You can leave it in draft, so this is your secondary email. So whether you're sending the same one as in just a resend, or you just change the subject line, or you're altering the email, or you're completely redoing the whole email just to say, hey, you missed out on this opportunity, whatever, it's up to you. But obviously you do need that in place before you go through this next process we're going to go through. Anyway, I'm going to go through it now. Just need to click on the automation section. Just another way that you can get the most out of your email database, because I think a lot of people probably aren't doing this, and you're leaving a lot of money on the table as a result. So anyway, I'm just going to have a look at this one. It didn't actually work, believe it or not. And that was because I actually had already done it manually as it transpired. So because I'd done it manually, it didn't, basically the automation side of things actually failed, believe it or not. So there you go. Groovy. Okay, so basically you put in, this is the automation section. I'll do another video purely just on this part, maybe in another time perhaps, but there's a whole bunch of options, and what this allows you to do is segment your audience. You can resend emails. You can send an entire suite of emails. It's really up to you. So there is a whole bunch of templates already there, and they are really good. You just need to basically go through and fill in the blanks more or less. But in this example, I've just started from scratch. So all I did is just go and drag one of these things over. So I'm just going to, I'll go do the whole thing just so you guys understand the process there. Alrighty, so there we go. Going to delete that. Okay, so first one, you can go either message send or message open. It's probably easier just to go message open, because I mean, obviously, if someone's opened a message, they've been sent it, right? Anyway, once you click on that, so here's the thing: you go down to select either newsletter or autoresponder or automation message, whatever the case may be. In this case, it was a newsletter, so I'm just going to leave that as is. Do I want to run it multiple times? Yes, I can, but I'm not going to bother. Which one? Is it any newsletter at all, or a specific one? In this case, I want the specific one. And in this one, I want to put in just the first one, which was the cold sore blog for my client there. Now, again, like I say, what the caveat on this particular part is that you have completed that email, but instead of sending it immediately, you do need to schedule it so you can get all this part done first. Now, reason being is that if you send it, it can't do it in, can't think of the name of it, it can't do it after the fact, put it that way. So you have to do it, you have to create the newsletter, and then when you hit the send button, basically it will, this automation sequence will work out. I don't really want to run it multiple times. And then basically after what time do you want it to disable? So I can either go, okay, cool, if it hasn't hit it by this stage, then, so be it. But we're going to go 12 hours. So looks like we can't go 12 hours. So 1 day and 9 hours. Yeah, okay. So now what we want to do is now add another element. So when this cold sort thing is opened, I'm just going to drag that higher. Now we can put things like a tag as well. So I can tag my audience and just say, okay, if someone opens it, then let's tag them as an opener, someone who's likely to open emails in future. But I'm not going to bother that. I'm just going to go back to real basic stuff and just go send a message. So if they haven't sent, then I want to send that original message. So that's obviously the big tick for yes, they have opened it. Big cross for no, they haven't. In this case, it's going to come down here. Select that. Now what we want to do is double click on this one, and it should allow us to select a message, although it's not. My screen keeps locking up. All right, there we go. Cool. So basically what you'll find is that if you save it as a draft, the system needs to move that into the automation section, because this is all automated. So we're going to go click on draft. And then I'm just going to select one of these random ones, so the Valentine's Day, for example. And then it will say, do you want to copy this as an automation message? Yes, I do want to. Thank you very much. Yep, nice and easy. And there it goes there. Do I want to run this multiple times? Not really. So now basically all it means is that after a day and 9, actually what we can do, sorry, I'm putting another step in here as well. We can actually put a timer so that it doesn't open this, it doesn't send it straight away. So it's not like, oh, someone's not opened it immediately, better send them another one. We actually want a time section in here as well. So what do we got? Let's go wait. There we go. Nice and easy. Wait. Okay. And instead of that one, hopefully it'll just allow me to, oops. Can't remember how you delete this one. There we go. Delete it. All right, so I'm going to wait. The wait function, wait for 1 day. That'll do. I can do other time frames as well. That's fine. But wait 24 hours. That's all I need. Actually, let's go a day and a half, because I think a lot of the people on this particular list are a little bit slow at getting it. So one day, 9 hours seems to be the max you can do. That's really odd. Is there any particular day you want this to occur? Yes or no? Time travel, do you want it to be in the person's local time? Do you want it to run multiple times? I'm not going to bother. And then finally, we're just going to come down here and then connect it over to this one. So basically now what it means is that if someone hasn't opened this particular email, it's going to wait for 1 day and 9 hours. I don't know why. And then it's going to resend whatever email that you had saved in drafts. And that's it. All done. All done. So all you need to do is just come up here and click on Save and Publish, which I'm going to actually, I won't. Actually, I will do. And it should say on the other side of it that you're done. Congratulations. There we go. And that's your workflow all done. So there you go. 2 ways that you can increase your open rates using GetResponse. Like I say, hopefully you got some value out of this. If you are using GetResponse, this is what I use, what I think is awesome. If you're not using GetResponse, like I say, click the link below, grab a 30-day trial, check it out, see what you can do in terms of your email marketing, because it is a really great resource to have. And hopefully you guys got some value. Anyway, once again, my name is Jamie G. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.